Hey all, Tony Bing here. Hello and welcome to my Street Justice in-game build for Luke Cage for Marvel Heroes Omega for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. With this build guide video we will look at the skills and talents required for this setup. We'll check out the optimal synergies. We'll have a look at the first 100 infinity points and where you would place those, and then we'll have some general gearing tips, and then to finish up the video we will do a run through of an operation with a full bounty clear as well. Now if you want to jump to any section, check out the description, there will be timestamps there. Otherwise we'll start off by looking at the skills. The skill setup we're using here then is all about building up our combo points as quickly as we can so we can fire off our finisher attacks, and we've got two of them. One is more single target, the second one is more for taking out trash. Now if we look at the filler that builds up our actual combo points, I'm using Crowbar Beatdown. This has an increased 10% critical hit chance and it generates one combo point with attack speed of 2.1. If you prefer, you can use Cage Fighting. It generates the same amount of combo points and it has the same attack speed. The only difference is it actually gives you increased critical hit damage rather than chance. Now for taking out trash we have Elbow Drop, 100% chance to crit. It generates 4 combo points and we have 2 charges of it, so you can fire this off quickly one after the other if you have the charges, and you're up to max combo points, and then you can move into your finishers. Also has a low 6-second cooldown. The next skill is Cage Was Here. Through talents we've got this buffed where it does an additional 400% damage. It has a pretty hefty 12-second cooldown, but it will knock the enemy down as well. You can really use your own preference here if you want to talent into this or not. If you don't, then you can use it as a spammable trash clearer, so it's really down to you if you feel you need that extra AoE coverage in the build. But if we look at the finishers, first one we have is Dempsey Roll. So you'll fire this off when you've got the full max 8 combo points. It'll do a huge amount of damage. It's got a 12-second cooldown and this is the one you'll use on single targets. We then have Vehicular Manslaughter, again another finisher. Build up all your charges, fire it off, 12-second cooldown, and use this when there's lots of elites around you because this is great for taking out trash. Then have the Iron Fist, where you'll summon Danny Rand to help you. Now initial activation calls him in, 10-second cooldown. Any further activations of it you will actually, if we scroll down you'll see they've got the Healing Chai there, 25% of max health. On top of that, when you activate Dempsey Roll, which we will be doing whenever we get the chance because it really is pretty awesome, Iron Fist will follow up with a Fury 500 Fist, so you will attack the enemy, doing even more damage there. Now final skill, Sweet Christmas, huge amount of damage, knockdown, 30-second cooldown, and it actually works as a pretty nice buff as well with base damage, critical hit chance, brutal strike chance, and also damage reduction for 8 seconds there. For the next section we'll check out the talents. The first talent we have here then is the one that buffs our combo points, so it's called Relentless, and Elbow Drop and Vehicular Manslaughter generate twice as many combo points, and your combo points maximum jumps from 4 all the way up to 8, which means you can double the damage you do when you're using a finisher, the bonus you get on it. The next talent we're using Business is Good, so when you defeat a boss you get a pretty nice steroid. Now alternatively, if you're not running a mode where you'll be defeating a lot of bosses and taking on more regular trash, you can use Makeshift Weapon, and this will change Crowbar Beatdown into Chain Lash. It's got a bit of a larger coverage for taking out trash. The next talent is Lethal Fists, so with this one Cage Was Here's charge up time is removed, gains that huge 400% damage, gains a huge 12-second cooldown as well, but Elbow Drop gets a 100% chance to critical hit, which is great for taking out trash. If you would prefer to have Cage Was Here as a spammable trash clearer, then use a Defender, and that gives you the Guarded buff, which is a really great buff and it applies to all allies. The next talent is Street Justice, so we don't have to worry too much about Chunk of Concrete. We take this for Vehicular Manslaughter becoming a finisher power. And the final talent is Take to the Streets, so when you use Cold Shoulder or Elbow Drop, increase your movement speed by 15% for 8 seconds, which is okay, but we're taking this because it gives us an extra dash charge and it gives us an extra Elbow Drop charge, so that means we've got 2 charges of Elbow Drop, which is great for taking out trash, and we have the 100% chance to crit on them as well there. But for the next section we'll have a look at the synergies. For the synergies we start off with the primary attributes, and that's durability and fighting, so that's covered by Luke Cage, Elektra and War Machine. The more generic synergies that work great on him are Blade, Hawkeye, Hulk, She-Hulk and Squirrel Girl. And finally you have Daredevil and Nightcrawler that work great due to the melee power damage, and all of his skills bar Misty Knight have the melee damage tag. But for the next section we'll look at the infinity point allocation, and this is where we would place the first 100 points. For the infinity point allocation then we're going for the Mind Gem and Deep Thought, a gem I use very often, but I feel that I have to use it on Luke Cage because if you don't you can suffer a bit from spirit issues on him. So this gives you 250 spirit, it gives you the cost reduction of 10%, but also as a melee hero he does benefit from the 0.5% of your max health regenerated when you critically hit as well there. But for the next section we'll have a look at the general gearing priority. With this gearing section, as always, I'll give just a brief outline of how you want to actually gear for this build, and that means in future as new gear comes in you can use the tips here and apply them to help you choose if you want to move about your gear for new items. When it comes to the legendary for Luke Cage, nothing really works great on him for the reason that he has quite strange tags. He's got melee, force and hand to hand, and it's a bit inconsistent how his skills use them. Now you can use the Cran Crystal, it's a nice simple universal legendary, but personally I would go for the Savage Axe of Ares. You've got the damage rating to melee powers, which is all our powers bar Misty. The rank 2 is near enough wasted, we don't really have many movement powers. However, the rank 4, the 1500 brutal strike rating, which you don't normally get in a legendary, then allows you to make up for the critical hit rating on your slots 1 to 5, your ring and your medallion. You can find that there instead when I would normally concentrate on brutal strike rating. You've got brutal damage, which is nice, rank 3, and then the rank 5 proc's pretty great as well. For the medallion, as a melee character you want the Dr. Octopus medallion, that works fantastic on him. When it comes to the catalyst, there's nothing that you really have to look for. Health and hit of course helps any melee heroes, and if you can get the spirit regen on either your med kit or when you hit, it means you can move about your infinity points and put them into your attributes instead of the spirit resource. The relic would be Relic of Asgard for the melee power damage. Artifacts I won't cover too much, but there's a new one which is great on them. It's Elektra's bandana, so you get fighting and also you get deflect rating, you get extra damage to your signature, so Sweet Christmas, it'll hit for a ton, and you get melee power damage, and you also call in Elektra as well, so that really does work fantastic on him. But with the gear covered, what we'll do to showcase how the actual build works, the rotation and the flow of it all, we have a run through of the abandoned subway operation where we face off against Shocker. So enjoy this gameplay. If there's any questions feel free to ask, and I'll see you all again soon.
Job's gonna kill me. No way. Can't be done. I give! Wanna see me do that again? No way. Can't be done. I sucked. This is getting too much to handle.